Welcome to the Daily Energize podcast, your quick dose of clarity, quick tips, and the spark you need to shine bright. Here's your host, Spencer Jones.
What's up, Energizers? Spencer Jones here, your host as always in the Daily Energize podcast. Thank you for joining me in another episode. I hope this week has been treating you well, that you're able to find your center and ask yourself some beautiful questions. Well, I want to address something that I've noticed come up with me, especially when a couple of years ago when I was really struggling. This was almost a constant thought. And I see it a lot in our energizers, so I thought I would address it here in this podcast. And that is about always feeling like we're catching up. Right? We never feel like we've arrived, like we've made it, we're here. It's always like, just the next thing. Oh, just the next thing. Oh, just the next thing. Oh, I'm going to keep doing this. Like, I'm always playing catch up. Now, maybe you felt that way at times. Again, I know I have felt that way, and many of our energizers have expressed to me that they felt that way. So if you have, you're not alone. You are in some awesome company, if I do say so myself. And it's this feeling we're on this hamster wheel, right? Where we're just going and going and going and going. We're not really getting anywhere. Even when we have wins or successes, we're like, yes, I made it. I did this thing. Hooray! Well, okay, it's a very momentary celebration because then my mind goes, well, I'm on to the next thing. Well, what's next? What's the next big thing? Let's go over here and focus on this. Let's go. We just don't take time to savor it. So some of the things I've noticed, especially as I've learned and mastered my energy sovereignty and started teaching other people, is that this feeling of I constantly need to get ahead, I need to keep going, keep grinding, is because internally we don't have a feeling or a sense of enough, as in we are enough, that we are worthy. And that's why you hear me say, you are amazing, you are worthy, you are enough. That's why I say that so often, because for years, for 20 plus years, I did not feel that way. I felt like I needed to prove myself. So, because I internally didn't think I was enough. Now, if you asked me at the time, I wouldn't have said that. We didn't have the words to describe it. It was just life. But now looking back, I can go, well, hold on. I didn't feel like I was enough because I felt like I had to prove myself, that I would get that feeling of joy and sense of accomplishment on that next thing. Well, I'm just going to get ahead if I get this position, if I get this raise, if I get this X, Y, Z, if I get this time in a race, well, then I'll feel like enough. But any of those successes and wins were just momentary celebrations. It never filled my heart with love and joy and a big sense of love and joy. I'll just leave it there. Maybe a small sense of accomplishment, like, yes, I did this. I'm king of the world. Until, well, there's the next thing. Someone beat me at that. I got to go do that. It's like, as I said, we're on this hamster wheel that life starts to feel like we are on this treadmill. We keep walking, we keep running, we keep doing things, but we're not really going anywhere. We're not really progressing. Maybe by society standards we're going up in the ranks. You know, you started out on the bottom rung of the corporate ladder and you've worked your way up. Maybe you're at the top of the corporate ladder, but nothing satiates and you're not satisfied, right? When that enough is missing internally, nothing, and I mean nothing externally, satisfies it. You could have the craziest, most amazing accomplishments in the world, and it's not going to satiate that feeling inside of being enough. And I've seen it time and time and time again from people of all different walks of life in different levels of their life, different lifestyles, just everything. So many things are different, but yet one of the core things is, well, no matter how much success, quote unquote success they chase, it's not enough because they don't feel enough internally. So how do we turn that around? Well, simple answer is to recognize that you are enough just the way you are. That you don't need to do anything or change anything or prove anything to anyone because you are enough just the way you are. So learning to accept that and start to notice and even ask yourself, oh, wait, why am I doing this thing? Is it because I'm trying to prove myself? And try to not do those things or come at it to at least not do those things to prove yourself and change the motivation, your why behind it. That's one of the reasons why I stopped doing all the races and such that I did, the half Ironman and the 10Ks and triathlons and 5Ks and whatever. I raced and did those physical things. One, I did say it was for me, it was me against me, because it was to a degree, but I also wanted to see how fast I can get. I always looked and compared myself to other people. Well, I couldn't beat the 20-minute 5K. There's so many people have done it. I've known people who have beat the 20-minute 5K. I couldn't. The year that I really trained and pushed hard, at like 29, I think, or 25, I was almost a half a minute shy, which I was still flying, but I didn't beat my time. So I beat myself up for years. That's just one of many examples. So know that you are amazing, worthy, and enough. And what would your life look like? I invite you just to take some time and think about what would your life look like? What would you do differently if you knew that you were worthy and enough? And don't let your ego answer, let your heart answer, because it makes a world of difference. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for being you. As I said, you are amazing, you are worthy, you are enough, just the way you are. So go shine your light like you are. All right, because you are, not even like you are, because you are all those things. So, all right, go have an amazing day, and I'll catch you in the next episode. So until then, I'll catch you later.